The grueling, months-long battle for the eastern Ukrainian town of Baxmut continues to rage, with Ukraine's military claiming Wednesday that Russia is suffering great losses. Missiles and artillerymen of the armed forces of Ukraine hit 13 areas where the invaders were concentrated. The Air Force struck 9 enemy positions and 2 on his anti-aircraft missile systems. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine published this information on Facebook, Ukrinform reports. Over the past day, the occupiers have launched 5 airstrikes and 6 missile strikes. They carried out more than 65 attacks from rocket salvo systems. The message reads, "The danger of Russian air and missile strikes throughout the territory of Ukraine remains high," the General Staff warned. The enemy does not stop offensive actions in the Lymansk and Baxmut directions. As reported, since February 24, 2022, the Defense Forces of Ukraine have already destroyed about 127,500 Russian aggressors. The soldiers of the Russian Federation failed, trying to break through the positions of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Baxmut area. This was reported by the press service of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine in Telegram, Ukrinform reports. "The situation is stable. There is daily artillery shelling. Yesterday they tried to break through our positions, but the attack was repulsed, and the Russians retreated. Now it's more or less calm," said the military serviceman Yuri in the video. At the same time, the military notes that the Russians have reduced the dynamics of the offensive compared to the previous month. On the other hand, the soldiers of the Ukrainian armed forces emphasize the Ukrainian army firmly holds its lines, suppressing regular attempts by the Russian infantry to break through. As reported by Ukrinform, the border guards together with the employees of the defense forces eliminated a group of enemy attack aircraft on the outskirts of Baxmut. Nearly a year after Russian President Vladimir Putin launched a full-scale invasion, and 6 months after Russia and the paramilitary outfit the Wagner Group put their forces into Baxmut, the industrial town remains an epicenter of fighting. The brutal battle for Baxmut has been described as one of the most intense parts of the war so far, and clashes in the region show no signs of slowing down. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine said on Wednesday that Russia is not stopping its push in Baxmut. Russian troops have suffered great losses, Ukraine's military said in a statement posted to Facebook. Pavlo Kirilenko, head of the Donetsk Region Military Administration, said Russian forces were hammering Baxmut into a total ruin. "Russians are leveling Baxmut to the ground, killing everyone they can reach. We are carefully documenting all war crimes. They will be held accountable for everything," he wrote on his Telegram channel. President Volodymyr Zelensky's top military aide has warned the most intense fighting is still to come in Ukraine. Alexei Danilov, Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine, also warned the next few weeks and months will be key in determining how the war plays out. He requested Western countries to send more armaments, including British Typhoon fighter jets from the Royal Air Force and other fighter planes from other nations, Mr. Danilov told Sky News in Kiev. Russia is preparing for maximum escalation. It is gathering everything possible, doing drills and training. The defense official claimed that Ukraine's military was ready for anything, and that this time around, Western allies like the UK were supporting it substantially more than they were a year ago. Both Ukraine and Russia are believed to be building up their arsenals for an expected offensive in coming months. Meanwhile, servicemen of the armed forces of Ukraine practiced the methods of individual camouflage as part of the basic combined military training in Great Britain under the guidance of British instructors. As reported by Ukrinform, The Chief of Staff Deputy Commander of the Land Forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Lieutenant General Oleksandr Pavlyuk, announced this in Telegram, publishing a photo from the exercises. Military servicemen instructors of the Armed Forces of Great Britain worked theoretically and practically with recruits of the Armed Forces of Ukraine who are undergoing basic combined military training as part of an international training operation on the territory of Great Britain. Methods of individual camouflage of a serviceman and covert activities, camouflage in the area, the procedure for using regular and improvised means of masking. The message reads, "The United Kingdom has provided more military instruction than nearly any other country, putting nearly 6,000 Ukrainian civilians through basic training in recent months." Ukraine says it needs more of just about everything to fight Russia: precision-guided rockets, tanks, and training for its soldiers. The UK has provided more military instruction than nearly any other country. It's put nearly 6,000 Ukrainian civilians through basic training on British soil. Basic military training in Great Britain was launched by the government of this country in 2022. It is part of the UK's ongoing commitment to support Ukraine in excess of £2.3 billion.